Here we are with Judo Jaye Haynes. Nice to meet you, and we're just going to get a bit of background about you, introduce you to the fans. So, firstly, if you can just tell us where do you come from, where do you fight out of, and who's your team?
I'm from Wolverhampton, the West Midlands, and I fight out of Wolfpack MMA.
All right, fantastic.
Under John Ashley, he's my head coach.
John Ashley,
Yeah.
fantastic. Well, how did you first get into MMA? What made you get into the sport in the first place?
I've only been doing MMA about 18 months, I think. I come from a background of judo.
Yeah. Did it seem like a natural transition to you, sort of thing? Or?
Yeah, well, I come back to judo from my daughter about 2 years ago, but the rules had changed because they since the Olympics, and it didn't really suit my style of judo.
Right.
I wanted to get back into competing, and it was around the same time when the race was coming up, so obviously I was watching that, and I thought, oh, I need to compete again now. I thought, oh, I'll have a go at that. So I just went down to a local MMA gym, and just went from there, really.
Oh, fair enough. Would you? Are you a Ronda fan then? Would you say?
Yeah, I love Ronda.
Big Ronda fan. Yeah. No, fantastic. I mean, obviously she is the vicious vixen of the game at the moment. Now, what did your family think of you transitioning from the judo into the MMA? Did they think much of a difference? They love it.
My dad's one of my biggest supporters.
Oh, fantastic! Well, that was the next question as well. Sort of.
I've got a fighting family, really, so it's nothing.
It's not a big deal. Yeah, fantastic. So obviously your background is in judo. How long were you doing judo for? And what were your sort of credentials in the judo world?
I think I started when I was about 8, I think, when I was a kid, and I did it all through my teenage years, and I went everywhere with the judo, all over the world, competing on the British team.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I was British champion for 2 years running.
And you said the rules changed. What was it about the rules that sort of changed that sort of didn't suit your style, and why does MMA fit your style better?
I was the judo. I was a lot of kind of like leg grabs, pickups, a bit more wrestling, a bit more like the lads.
Yeah.
And when I went back the Olympics, they changed the rules so that you couldn't grab the legs anymore, so you couldn't do like leg runs, you couldn't grab the legs pick up. So that kind of took out my strongest point, so I was thinking, that's what I used to win my fights with, and
it's taken away one of your tools that you used to win. No, that makes perfect sense. So, with going to the MMA, is there a particular technique we need to look out for from you? Is there something that you'd say is your sort of specialty?
Well, I won my last 2 fights with first round arm bars, but I don't look for it. It just happens.
It just happens. So
when I get to the ground, it just happens.
So you wouldn't say you're particularly going for it,
no,
but it's going on the
ground.
record. It seems that's going to be something to watch out for, certainly. Anyway, so far. Well, we're going into your fights in your MMA. Is there much difference in your preparation, like mentally, for your fights, going into a judo fight, say, to go into an MMA one?
Yeah, it's completely different because judo was kind of like consistent. You was competing like every weekend. You'd be travelling every weekend, so obviously your weight would always be, you'd fight at the weight you walk around at, which is a big difference. So I used to fight at under 70s, which is just to walk around like 68. So obviously I never had to weight cut or anything.
Do you have to cut much weight? Do you fight
I walk around about, well, not much, I walk around about 66 and I'll fight at 61. So obviously now I have to do like a weight cut and things. It's day before weigh-in, so I have to do your walk cut and that.
Yeah.
It's more intense as well, I think.
Do you cut weight over a certain period of time, or is it just?
It only takes me about 6 weeks. So I took a fight on short notice before and did it in 3 weeks, but we want to be able to do it
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Where you're not
it's
sort of
healthier, isn't it? And
draining your body,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Well, where do I mean in sort of 5 years' time, where do you see yourself going as a fighter?
U.S.A.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, brilliant. Well,
Victor.
we'd love to have a British lady back up there. Yeah, I mean, are there any sort of British female fighters that you've ever followed?
Joanne Calderwood.
Cold,
Yeah, I love Joanne Calderwood.
Funnily enough, we'll be running Joanne's social media for her within hopefully this week actually.
Yeah,
So yeah, she's awesome. Very humble, very quiet, but an absolute killer in the cage.
Yeah.
Well, next, just a couple of questions about the actual tournament itself. Let's take on. Do you know much about your opponent?
I've seen a couple of YouTube videos and I've seen the promos.
Do you know what her record is or anything?
I think she's a bit more experienced than me, I think, in MMA, but she's powerful. She's a slightly different build to me. I think she's quite muscular. But I'm not worried.
Yeah, no, you don't look very worried. No, at all.
It's not bodybuilding, is it?
And with you, I mean, you're 2-0 at the moment. Were both those fights within Battle Arena, or were they?
No, I had my first one on a show called ECC in Manchester, and then my other one on Battle Arena.
Your most recent one.
This will be my third.
No, fantastic. Well, is there anything you'd like to say to your friends, family? Is there any sort of people you'd like to shout out or thank particularly?
My team, everybody at Wolfpack MMA, because they're the best.
Yeah. No, fantastic.
Everybody at Wolfpack, and I've really shared with friend Judo Jaye Haynes as well, for a little sulk.
Fantastic. Well, a shout out to Joey there. I mean, I'm really looking forward to actually seeing you fight. I mean, it's fantastic to have, another lady with a judo background. It's really exciting. And,
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.